Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Okay, so today we are checking out a Hertfordshire-based band called, we believe it's Erronaut, something like that, which were formerly Black Atlas, I believe. Andy, you know a little bit more about them. Do you know much about why this name change has happened?
No, I don't. Like all good bands, there was an announcement of an announcement on Facebook. You know, changes coming soon. Watch this space. And I think tail end of last week, clicked on a link or a notification, and basically Black Atlas have sort of changed their name. I'm not sure the reason why at all. This new song, this new video dropped. I've made a point of not listening to it because I'd like to have brought it to you guys to review today. So it'd be interesting to see what's going on.
Make sure you're honest if you don't like
Black
it.
Atlas are a band who have played here many times. I've seen them many times. I really like them. What would you say, Kirk? Sort of stoner doom.
I don't think I've seen them live. Here.
Sort of, really catchy, good vocals, really good band. I'm hoping there's not a drastic change of style. Maybe it's just a new direction of sort of lyrical content. There seems to be like that sort of space sci-fi look to this video and the sort of like the logo and everything. But we'll see what they've got to offer now.
Yeah, I mean, I would say guessing with name changes normally it's down to usually one of two things. It's either their band's staying the same but they are going in different directions, so they don't want to be associated with the old stuff, or there's a clash with another band of the same name. And if there is another band with Black Atlas, and then it's becoming a bit of an issue with people preferring, and it does happen. I know when I did a lot of the Metal to the Masses looking for bands last year, I was finding lots of the same bands with the same names. There's so many bands called Bloody Denali.
Yeah.
There's at least 8 bands
And
in the London Hertfordshire
Strigoi as well
called Denali. So it doesn't help when you're all sharing. But okay, well, let's go check out Erronaut and the song, if I remember, let's find it, Way Down Below. Let's go check it out.
Have they added an extra bar in there? Is it 9 bars? Good rock voice as well. That's a name you don't hear as much now. They were influential, weren't they, in the time? Keenan, was he called? The main guy in that band? Yeah. I love the bass effect.
It's a weird psychedelic rock at this point.
What's that bass pedal board effect that he's using there? It's distorted, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a distortion with, I'm going to guess, maybe kind of a bit of a chorus and maybe a wah effect or something going as well.
name check another one of our local favourites. He's wearing Everest Queen t-shirt there.
Which t-shirt?
Everest Queen. Playing Desert Fest soon, aren't they?
They are, yeah, our boys.
With Corrosion of Formula on that.
Yeah, they are. And also that Cambridge death metal band Celestial Sanctuary. What are they doing on there?
That solo and that video effect reminded me of like 70s like psychedelic rock.
Yeah,
kind of stuff
definitely.
going on.
Pentatonic blues, wasn't it, if you listen to it?
The tape player running out of batteries effects.
The other one's got a Sleep t-shirt on, just in case you were wondering what kind of band they are.
Okay, so though Erronaut and Way Down Below. We'll let Andy go last, as you're more familiar with this than I am. I'm going to kick it off then. So I'm a big fan of Corrosion of Conformity, so I liked that. I thought it was a great track. I liked the video, and I'm sure people are going to expect me to say that I'm not a big fan of the video because it was just a rehearsal studio video, but I think they lit it very well. It was probably lit with a few kind of lights that we have, like similar to what we've got here behind the camera, and then they've just probably pushed the contrast levels down so that everything kind of just drops everything much lower. So it's a fairly simple effect to do. But what I liked was then that they then started bringing in that sort of psychedelic effect and giving you kind of that real kind of switch up, which I do associate with kind of 70s psychedelic rock. Some of the prog rock sort of love to put those sort of effects in. That was just because those effects were brand new back then, so they just loved throwing things at it. I thought the solo was really good, perfect length, and with this sort of music, those solos can go on for quite a long time, and they could have probably gone on for another couple of minutes of them playing that, and people would be fine with it. But I think for me, it felt like the right length. It wasn't. You don't want it to be too short. You want it to kind of have that almost blues jam kind of feel. And I thought he had a really cool voice, so I was really impressed with him. Kirk?
Yeah, I mean, I should just say this is probably my least favourite genre of metal, stoner metal. So for Scream Blast Repeat, when I get publications, PRs saying, "Oh, we've got this new band for you, stoner metal," I'll often do my best to ignore it. But the good news is I did enjoy that because they're not your typical stoner metal band, though, are they? Erronaut. In fact, before I give my analysis, I'll ask you two a question. If you were to put screaming vocals over that, would you call it sludge metal?
I'd call it a bloody noise, is what I'd call it. If you don't want to have
What do you think, Andy? If you put screaming vocals over that, is it sludge metal?
Sludge doom.
I don't know, but I agree with David that would spoil that particular song and any similar track like that. Mikey's vocals really do suit that style, as do many other bands of that genre. But yeah, that was really, really.
Yeah,
I don't think you want to mess around too much with that.
Vocals were very strong, and one thing I'll say, there was nothing lethargic about that song. That's what I'm often critical of. I can listen to Orange Goblin, I can listen even Windhand. I know they got a lot of acclaim, didn't they, over the last few years. I'm bored by pentatonic doom and stoner metal. I wasn't bored by that. I enjoyed it. I actually expected it to be longer than it was. Agreed with the solo. I was listening to the bass guitar. Love the dropout. Even though they've got two guitarists, there was a lot of expression coming from the bass, wasn't there? If you listen to the scale runs, you're not expecting a jazz fusion solo or an Eddie Van Halen type shred fest, are you, in a song like that? So your Tony Iommi, David Gilmour type blues rock probably does suit it. They're not going to change the world with that music. We don't want them to. I would happily listen to that. And they certainly don't succumb to a lot of those cliches that I dislike about stoner metal. If anything, they're probably offended by us calling them stoner metal. That is just... What is it?
Stoner groove, maybe. But that particular track was stoner groove. But what I find about that sort of music is it's very inoffensive. So you know, sometimes you go to a gig and someone will play something really heavy, real aggressive, and you just feel like your body's not in the mindset for it. Then sometimes you're like, no, you bloody. But you know, somewhere if you want to get your frustrations out, but sometimes you just want to listen to a band and just relax, have a beer.
Yeah, that's just perfect.
They're perfect. They're the sort of band that if they played at Club 85, I'd just sit there with a beer and they could play a 1.5 hour set, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Sometimes though you get the real aggressive bands and you're like 30 minutes, you're like, yeah, come on, your time's up. I want to get you off because my body can't cope with this.
Yeah.
I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. I can't slam pit down there. I can just about get across the dance floor at the moment.
Yeah. Go on, let's
go on, Andy, give us your verdict.
He's nervous. He's nervous about this.
As we've alluded to, they were formerly known as Black Atlas. And as far as I can see, certainly Mikey on guitar and vocals and the other guitarists are the same members. I don't know about the rhythm section. Sorry, guys. That I was really pleased to say is sort of typical of what they do, to be honest. There's not a huge progression from the last album, which I think was called Weight of the World, which I absolutely love. And like many songs on the album, that was very catchy, very memorable. And I really did enjoy it. You know, really, really pleased with that. We talk about stoner doom and stoner rock and everything. Sometimes the tempo for me is too fast. That was nice and slow, and you know that riff as well, where they slowed it down even further to finish off the song. I mean, I love all that. I mean, there's a meme I've seen on Facebook or you know on social media where it says when they bring back the dirty riff, but even slower.
Yeah,
and you know that's
perfect.
That epitomises that particular sort of that illustration there. But I'm still sort of mystified about the change of name. Perhaps you're right, David. Perhaps there is a sort of a clash with another band around the world that they've decided that they want to sort of break away from. But you know, so I've got Black Atlas back catalogue at home. You know, I've seen them many times here, and you know, Ballstock is another one of their favourite places to play. But I think they're a great band, and I'm pleased to say it hasn't deviated too much from what they've done before. I'm looking forward to the new material and seeing them out and about on the live circuit.
Yeah, I would say looking at the. Oh, that would help if I turn my mic on. There we go. I was sitting there going, whose mic's not on? That's mine. Right, so I would say based on the name theme, the only time I've ever seen a band do a significant line change when they've got a back catalogue is when the lineup has significantly changed and they're changing direction as a band. Because they have to, they know that they're going to be doing something significantly different. But I guess this doesn't look significantly different or sound significantly different to anything from Black Atlas. So it would be good for them to let us know in the comments what the reasoning was behind it. But we haven't had Black Atlas on for the interviews yet, have we? So we should really ask Black Atlas if you fancy coming in and joining us on the channel for an interview.
Called?
I mean, we're sort of
yes, Erronaut. Sorry,
we're mid-January now, and I'm pretty certain, and I probably should have checked before, and I'm sure they're playing here fairly soon.
At Club 85 in Hitchin.
It's promoted on the Facebook as Black Atlas, but it's.
Okay.
Well, maybe they'll play as two different bands. Maybe Erronaut is the development of Black Atlas, but we will find out in due course, I'm sure.
Well, there we go. That was Erronaut. Say that again. Erronaut, and way down below. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, and we will see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.